Tori here today with December Daily Day 7. So yesterday was day 6, and this is what I had for day 6. I had this envelope with this cute little heat embossed number and special delivery, and that is for the 6th. And then for the 7th, I thought it would be fun to use the back of this envelope. No space unused, I say. So I created this image in Illustrator where it's two photos of my iPhone screenshot and then some journaling down here. And what I did is I filmed how I did this, and I'm going to put it at the very end of the video. So if you are interested in knowing how to use Illustrator or how I put it together, watch to the end, or skip to the end, I guess, and I will have that there because I measured the size that I needed and then created a space specifically for that size. I really wanted to have the two screenshots on there, and I knew that if I printed them at 3x4 they were going to be too big, and I also wanted to be able to do a bunch of journaling, and I thought if I did the journaling by hand I wouldn't be able to fit as much. So I used my computer to print the journaling. So it's small, but you can still read it, which is really fun. And another fun feature about it is it's actually my handwriting, which I turned into a font a while ago. So it's going to match all the rest of the handwriting throughout the album. It's just printed handwriting instead. So anyways, I'm going to stick you guys on fast forward here. My camera's keeps getting a little out of focus. I'm going to stick you guys on fast forward, and don't forget to hang out till the end if you want to see how I put this together. But otherwise, I'll just show you how I put it in my album. So the first thing I did was just trim off the excess around the edges of that image that I had created. I did print it off using my Canon Selfie, so it did print off like a little border all the way around, so I just need to trim that off so that it actually is the right size. I mean, I did measure to make sure that it was the right size, but I just have to cut off the excess so that it fits on my layout. And I'm documenting text messages again, so I hope that that's not weird. I did that a few days ago. I was documenting text messages between my sister and I, but today I'm documenting like a family group chat between everybody in my family. And we were having this really funny conversation. My mom just got an iWatch, and she just like randomly in the middle of the day texted all of us to tell us how much she loved her iWatch. She's just like, I love my iWatch. And then she sent a photo of her iWatch, which is just so random. Like, who texts somebody in the middle of the day just like out of the blue, like, I love my watch? And my brother's like, really? Question mark. And he was being sarcastic. And my mom's like, yep, I'm a cool mom. And then I just sent her like an emoji of like a emoji with sunglasses and then emoji who was crying. And then Courtney, my sister's like, Mom, saying you're cool makes you less cool. And then I was sending her these like funny memes. And one of them was like, I'm a cool mom. And my mom's like, yep, that's me. And I'm like, oh, she totally missed the point. Anyways, it was just a funny family conversation. And the journaling I was journaling about had more to do with just like, I love that my family is so goofy and weird, and that we can send each other these like random messages like this. So that's what it was about. So I adhered that down with some score tape. I added the wood veneer 7 for today and some heart stickers. And now I'm just trying to figure out if there's something else that I want to add just to finalize this. Honestly, this whole layout took me maybe 15 minutes, and like to me that's like the best December daily page, one that's like quick and easy to make. I think the longest part was actually like reformatting it in Illustrator to make sure that I could get both of the screenshots of my iPhone plus all of that journaling that I wanted to have there, because I really did want to journal about like how precious it is that I get to talk to my family through family group chat messages, especially considering that we're like in different countries, and like in the future my sister and her husband Andrew will be in Africa. My brother and his soon-to-be wife will be in England, and then my parents and I will both be in Canada. And it's just kind of crazy to think that we can keep like having fun together and being ourselves through our text messages like online. I don't know, I just really love that about us and about technology. Like, I'm just thankful for technology. So maybe today's letter is a little bit of like a I'm thankful for technology journaling. So I was just trying to find some tiny word sticker or something that I could use for a title, and I was looking at different ones, and I found one that said like "Not my monkeys, not my circus" or something, and I was going to use that one, but I ended up putting that back and grabbing a different one. I can't even remember what it says at this point. I can't read it. But just a funny sentiment about my family and how goofy we are together. So that's basically it. It was a really easy page to create, and I'll just stick it in my journal like that. So, so it says, what others see as ordinary, I see as extraordinary, which I think is fun for text messaging. Anyways, that's it for me today. In just a moment, I'll show you how I created it on Illustrator. But if you're leaving me now, I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I will see you soon with another December Daily video. So check back then. Bye. Okay, so for those of you sticking around to see how I created the file in Illustrator, I created a new document and sized it to what I needed, which was 3.75 by 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to click the Create button so that I can start working on my image. And Illustrator is actually really easy to use. I actually kind of love how easy it is. I have the two files or photos that I need right on my desktop. So I just dragged and dropped them into the window, and then I'm going to shrink them down so that they are the right size for the project that I'm working on. And just one thing to keep in mind if you are shrinking down objects or photos and you want to make sure that they don't get all warped or anything like that, like the aspect gets off, when you are dragging the corner to shrink it, make sure you're holding down the shift button on your computer so that it keeps the aspect the same. So I kind of just played around until I could fit both of those iPhone screenshots on the page, and I wanted them to be the same height, so I was trying to go slowly like one after the other to make sure that it would work. And I'll just add them until they're both the same size and they're big enough. And it's basically two screenshots of the phone conversations that my family was having, as I mentioned earlier, a conversation about my mom's iWatch and how cool she is, which her saying that she's cool means that she's not cool. But anyways, it was funny. So once I had that where I wanted it and adjusted it enough, I'm going to add a little text box where I can add my journaling. So this part is pretty easy too. All you do is you grab the little tool on the left, that's the T or the text box icon, and you drag the square where you want to add your text. It adds in weird text, and you can adjust it and type in your text. So the first thing I did was I adjusted the size and then switched the font. And the font that I went with was a font that I actually created. It's called Tory Bold, aka it's my handwriting and it's bold. By the way, if anybody's interested in me showing you how to create your own font, leave me a message below and I can try to work on a tutorial video for the new year where I show you how to do that. That would be fun, I think, maybe, if people are interested. I don't know if that's something people are actually interested or not. So tell me in the comments below. So once I changed the font and the font size, I started typing what I wanted to say about the photos and how much I love my family's text message conversations and how we get to stay connected even though we're far apart and all that jazz. So I just typed all of that out, and I'm going to skip ahead so you don't have to watch all of that. Once I had all the text typed in, I'm just going to play around with it to make sure it's where I want and the right size.
and I can zoom in and out just to kind of take a look at it, and where I'm happy I could even change the font if I wanted to, but I was happy. So I'm going to click export file. I'm going to click save as and rename it, and I'm going to click use artboard, and I'm going to change it to a JPEG and click done. I adjusted the quality, click done, and there you go. It's saved to my desktop as a JPEG or a file, and I can print it off on my Canon Selfie. Easy peasy, and my layout is ready to create. That's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and you'll check back tomorrow for another video. Have a lovely day. Bye.